afternoon. Welcome everyone to today's webinar. Our webinar topic today is how music and performing arts students prepare for college applications. Our guest speaker is Kevin L. and I'm your host, Andy Bauer. First of all, I would like to tell you a little bit about Harmony Plus. Harmony Plus is an international learning ecosystem based in Silicon Valley. We have one core aim of upgrading education. We aim to do that through a variety of hybrid learning models, all of which leverage both in-person as well as online resources. Harmony Plus equips students with the skills they need to adapt and excel in a highly competitive professional climate. Our office is located in Mountain View, just across from the new Facebook headquarters. So what is hybrid learning all about? It can be broken into several components: education and services, online components and offline components, synchronous and asynchronous aspects, and a good fusion of theory and practice. We achieve this by inviting guidance from top professors, instructors, and online tutors, support and endorsement from leading universities such as Berkeley, and ongoing, we are building competitive advantage through different programs we are developing in collaboration with experts in various fields. We do this so we can provide project-based learning and many other types of outstanding supplemental education that can't be found in high schools, that can help students to better prepare for real-world challenges they will face inside of college classrooms, as well as in the work world and beyond. And importantly, we like to do this in a way which is enjoyable and always improvable. In the past, our students have been able to apply and successfully enroll in all of these colleges, including some Ivy League schools like Yale and Stanford, and many other outstanding schools around the United States. Even students that have not gotten into the most prestigious schools in the United States that have gone through our services still have gone on to very successful career paths because we are able to give them a personalized, very care-centered college application and preparation service support system. Now let's talk about today's host, Kevin L. He is a student at the Academy of Art University. He is an aspiring composer, mixer, and guitarist. At present, he is transferring to Berklee College of Music for professional training in composition, mixing, and mastering. We'll hear a little bit more about Kevin and his work directly from him in a moment. Now a little bit about myself. As I said, my name is Andy Bauer, and I will be today's host. I have a master's and a PhD in cultural anthropology, for which I did a lot of research related to music, music culture, music production, and cultural exchange. At present, I am the Harmony Plus Operations Manager. I have 10 years of experience in the education and consulting industry, most of which I was involved in different education projects in China. Other than this, I am a music producer and songwriter. I am familiar with remote production and music recording involving the meshing of many languages and national music traditions. When I designed this week's webinar, I set out to explore 4 questions or problems together with the audience that I think will help guide and motivate your application process if you're interested in the music and performing arts area. First of all, number one was to understand the relevance and to understand the relevance of performing arts and music majors in 2021 and beyond. Secondly, to understand how performing arts and music majors in universities can be good complementary primary and or second majors, meaning you can do music and performing arts and another major at the same time. Third, to know more about the challenges the music industry faces in the near term, and also the performing arts industry in general. Lastly, to hear a personal story about performing arts and music, and to understand that individuals' vision and work examples are helpful for each of us to get inspiration for our own journey in this application process by demonstrating our speakers' work today. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce our speaker, Kevin L. I'll switch over to him now. Welcome, Kevin.
Hi, thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
I'll do the screen share right now. Hi, everyone. My name is Kevin, and I'm from Academy of Art University in San Francisco. So let's talk about my stories. So I play guitar. I started playing guitar when I was 6 years old, but I didn't want to go to music for uh, for my life from 6 years old uh, until when I met my mentor in China and my friend. Uh, they gave me a lot of encouragement. Um, My friend name is Bodhi. He's from Berklee College of Music, and we met uh, in the uh, in the UC Berkeley. We're do some program in the Berkeley UC Berkeley, and um, and he talk a lot of his stories, and that gave me a lot of inspiration. So I determined to do music because his major is film scoring. So I do film scoring now. Also, I can do electronic music and orchestra music and classical music. So let's talk about these things. Overview of university music performing arts majors. Two is application paths. Like if you want to go to Berkeley or other schools, um, what kind of things you need to prepare. Three, suggestion on application experience and college entrance preparation. I will talk about my experience when I do the apply application. So let's continue. So this is my music piece recently. I like to share with you guys. Something about you, everything's for you, babe. Tell me what you're gonna do.
Like a planet, there's a light across the sky. Shut me down day and night. Make me feel the world is just you and I. Blue sapphire, like a shooting star. Like a planet, there's no light across the sky. Shut me down day and night. Make me forget about the track of time. Yeah. You're the blue sapphire, yeah, shining in the dark. Ooh, like a planet, there's a light across the sky. Shut me down day and night. Make me feel the world is just you and I. The blue sapphire, like a shooting star. Ooh, like planet is a light across the sky. Shut me down day and night. Make me forget about the track of time.
So
Pretty
this
nice.
sound, yeah, this
Beautiful.
sound is like kind of like is retro and lush classic sound in 80s, 90s. So it's very beautiful. Also, I want to talk about my pictures. These pictures is I was in the UC Berkeley to do the summer project, and this one is when I go to Berkeley College of Music. There is a studio, and there are a lot of like instrument, and this one is really nice sound synthesizer. This is a synthesizer, big synthesizer. This modular synthesizer. So I picture with him. Also, this one is this year when I do the live in the live house for the distribute Daft Punk. Let's continue. So there are a lot of majors in music. My major in music production and engineering. Um, Also, there are a lot of you can see there are a lot of major music technology, music business, music education, music production, and engineering. Let's talk about this major. Music technology is kind of like digital things, like synthesizer, how to play synthesizer, modular synths, and more digital audio things like drum machine, how to compose them into one sound. Also, music business is kind of like copyright things, and music education is like um, learn some skills to teach in the primary school, middle school, or high school. Music production and engineering is very important to the all the music industry. It combine all the music skills like mixing, mastering, recording, arranging. It's very important. So let's continue. Um, oh, sorry. This is from Berkeley College of Music website. The music technology is a study or the use of any devices, mechanism, and the machine or tool by a musician or composer to perform music. Like I said, in this major, the professor will teach you how to play the synthesizer and another digital things like this one. This one. This one cannot. This one is Launchpad. The Launchpad is like electronic digital instrument. Can also be focused on electronic music, its production, synthesizing. You know, there are different genres of electronic music, like rock music. Rock music has hard rock, a psychedelic rock, also there are a lot of metal rock, hard heavy metal, also the electronic music. Like everybody um, likes go to the club. In the club, they play the EDM. Let me show you some. This this is my favorite. This is my favorite band in French. They break up in this year. I'm so sad. They play electronic music, individual electronic. It's very nice. Also, music technology could also over specialized training complex music production software suite such as Pro Tools, Reaper, Logic, and Ableton Live. I do use Ableton Live and Logic and Pro Tools. Music business is also important to the artist because they need to manage their copyright and legal right skills and concept competency related to management of the legal copyright, financial, artistic, and ethical issue that face the contemporary music business professional. Also could be self-directed or could be self-directed or intro. Sorry, I can't read that word. Music products or a management in corporate environments related. Hands-on experience is often emphasized, such as industry internship, leadership, participation in an ongoing college mode music industry project, or both.
That's entrepreneurial
Thank you.
activity.
Entrepreneur. The music education. You can see there are a lot of music educator in elementary school, middle school, and high school. And this major, they will teach you how to teach kids in the elementary school, middle school, and high school. Students develop skills, concepts, and methodologies in music theory, composition, general musicianship, music history, arranging, orchestration, improvising, conducting, and music performance. Students also learn to teach different types of learners as music education is diversifying and consider more and more different learning styles. I love this major. Okay, it's my field, music production. Music production is teach you how to use hardware or software to mix or mastering or recording and arranging. And it's unusual for music production to have one single instrument anymore. And for this reason, music production competency involves gaining understanding. Now musician doesn't like to play one instrument in their song. It's very boring. It's so boring. So they like to combine all things like synthesizer, guitar, piano, a keyboard like that, drum in the one single sound. It's complex, but it's really fun. Okay, let's I will show you some uh, equipment. I have it. Let me show you. I will show you some instruments I have. This is um, this is a synthesizer from Moog. This is my favorite synthesizer. Also, I do this for bass and leads. Sounds like this. So I have this semi-modular synthesizer. It's from Moog 2, but it's very fun. Play some pitched. I use this to bass line and the melody too. And this is Launchpad. These are effect pedals, one reverb, one delay. It sounds really nice. It's from Strymon Big Sky. And that one, I bought it recently. Its Prophet 5 is really nice, a polyphonic synthesizer. And also, this is an audio engine. And this one is from Softube Console 1. This one is for mix and mastering. It's really nice. And my keyboard, everybody knows the film, right? The film scoring is really important to film movie. So the composition and the writing is focused on these skills. So you need to in the composition major, you should know how to write the scores. And mixed music major, depending on the institution, there can also be a number of disciplinary major, such as marketing, related to music, public relations related to music, retail management related to music, publishing related to music, and so on. You can see there are a lot of music major in the Berklee College of Music. Like I said, composition, writing, production, electronic production design. This is a music technology. Like I said, film scoring is kind of like composition. Jazz composition is really difficult. Jazz is hard. Music business and management, music education, music production and engineering, music therapy. In this major, they will teach you how to use the common frequency to cure their illness, like mental illness. Also, performance, professional music, songwriting. This is in Berklee College of Music. Also, I want to talk about this guy, Hans Zimmer. He's a really famous composer for movie music. You know, nowadays everybody likes complex music. So when you go to a theater or a cinema to watch the movie, you can hear the film scoring. There are a lot of movie in Hollywood is from him, like Dark Knight, Blade Runner, 2049, and Pirates of Caribbean. I really like his compose. Performing arts majors is kind of like teach you how to play some instrument or training you vocals, training your voice in the opera, dance, drama, and spoken words. So music is form of arts whose medium is silence and sound. It's really important language to talk. Actually, this is not my major, so I can't talk more. So Andy,
Sure. So in this section, we just want to emphasize one point, that is the application process for arts, performing arts, as well as music majors, all have one common aspect. It's the audition. The audition is a kind of interview, but it's unique because it demands that you demonstrate your creative, let's say competitive, creative edge effectively. And could you go back to the slide for a second?
this one.
Yeah. All of these different majors, the 5 listed, will have some component of audition, film production even. So all of the things that we talk about today are cross-applicable, although Kevin's major is not one of these. Can you go to the next slide?
Okay.
Nope, go back one more. So now we're going to talk about, we're going to invite Kevin to talk about top colleges for music and performing. But before that, I would like to introduce one of our guests, actually 2 of our guests, Scott and Elizabeth. Could you say hello? Turn on your camera.
Hello.
Hi,
Is
Scott.
Elizabeth with you? Or?
I can't turn on my video because it says the host has stopped it.
Oh, Allison, can you turn on his camera?
Should be able to turn on now.
Something's happening.
It's loading slowly.
Good, good. I'm Scott Lund, and I'm here with Elizabeth Venturini. And Elizabeth is a top college consultant, and I also do music and help with English.
And so Scott and Elizabeth have played a very big role in Kevin's college application process and supported him throughout.
Yeah, they helped me a lot.
Well, congratulations getting into Berkeley. It's the best path possible. And we're very happy we could be part of that process.
Very proud of you, Kevin. Very proud.
Thanks for your helping.
All right, so tell us about some of these top schools like Berkeley. Show us what the differences are.
Okay, the top school. There are 2 types of music, contemporary and classical. Also, the school is the contemporary music school is Berklee College of Music, Los Angeles College of Music, Musician Institute in Hollywood. And classical music is Juilliard, Manhattan School of Music, and Curtis, also the San Francisco College of Music. They're really nice to learn music. Okay, I want to talk about the application paths for universities offering major in music and performing arts. So Berkeley is different. Berkeley has audition routes, like interview. You need to go on site or online to face their professor to do interview. You need to prepare like a song, a piece of music, 3 to 5 minutes. but it doesn't have to do by yourself. It can be remix others' work. Also, in this work, in this piece of music, 3 to 5 minutes, you need to choose the instrument you want to play in the audition. So, like me, I choose EDI. EDI is electronic digital instrument, like launchpad, drum machine, synthesizer. These can be EDI, electronic digital instrument. So Berkeley is totally different. You need to choose an instrument if you want to go into Berkeley, because in Berkeley there is bank there's a, there there's a bank class like collaborate with other other students to create one song. It's very interesting course. It's very interesting. Also, you need to prepare the music theory test. Also, ear training is very important, and improvisation test. The professor will play few chords, and you should play some melody with your instrument. Example, I'm play guitar. So why I don't play guitar? Because the Berkeley is really famous about performing guitar. So there are a lot of master. There are a lot of master in the guitar. So my guitar skill is not good. It's not good enough. So I will choose some new technologies to do the audition. If you play piano or guitar from really young, like 2, 3, 4 years old, so go ahead, go with this instrument. So other schools, other music school like Musician Institute, Los Angeles College of Music, these schools require you to create music and submit. I think this music must be original by yourself. Also, except Berkeley, other school will also provide some score test specific your interest instrument. Like when I applied Musician Institute, I choose guitar because they don't have any electronic digital instrument. So I choose guitar. So they send me a piece of scores about guitar. So I need to play and record and submit. Also, for the commercial industry related to related music schools such as TESS, as SAT, ACT, and so on are not required. Like Berkeley, these SAT and ACT is not required. But if you are international student, you must have a TOEFL and else. TOEFL score is 72 and else is 6. Music education related major and many others require an ACT and SAT scores. Andy?
So here, I think it's a bit of a discussion. I'll prompt you. Do you think it's good to start preparing for applications from the 3rd year or the 2nd year, or when in high school, since the music and performing arts are different than other majors?
Yeah, I think if you really like music production, you should do some more music. do more music. Yeah. And practice your creativity on music. Also, music production require you need to very familiar every DAW, audio workstation. So you need to familiar with them and do your music on it. I will show you what is a digital audio workstation. Let me show you. There are different types of DAW, but the core is same. Is arrangement, composition, mixing, mastering. They combine all function into one digital audio workstation. So now it's Logic Pro. It's from Apple. So if I want to play some instrument, there are lists. There are lists provided, like keyboards, orchestra. There are brass and woodwinds, percussion, strings, and piano. And if you load it, they'll play. If I trigger the keyboard, they will have some keyboard sound. Also, like synths, bass, EDM bass, it has bass sound. So you can choose your favorite sound into your music. And also the Ableton. I use this one for 5 years, so it's really nice to create electronic music. There are a lot of different effect pedals. It's very suitable for electronic music, like erosion and modulation, LFO, also the shaper. It's really nice to electronic music. So I will use this DAW for electronic music, but Logic, I'll do the orchestration. Andy?
Next question is, in your opinion, what is the most important thing to help one to better recognize their own creative edge? How can they get in touch with their style so they know how to demonstrate their competitive abilities?
It depends on what music genre you liked. Like if you like rock music, you can learn from rock music. Observe something you like in rock music. For example, me, I really like electronic music, like Daft Punk, and there is a band in French too named M83. Also, I really love rock music. I love Pink Floyd and Queen. So I will observe their music, the important things in their music, like timbre, composition, arrangement, things to my music. Yeah, I think it's really important if you want to be creative.
Thank you. And now for the last question. For the process of application itself, I take the view that being social is important. Sometimes in our own high school, where we might go, the people around us are not necessarily interested in this major or that route specific to electronic music, because it's a little more niche. So on the other hand, we can get online and meet people. That's the reality of this period. So Do you think it's a good idea for students who want to apply for music and performing arts majors to collaborate with other people that are competing with them to apply for to get enrolled in, let's say, Berkeley,
Mhm.
talking online and comparing applications to get suggestions? Or is it better to do it all by yourself?
For me, I like to collaborate with my friends. Like the song I play in the beginning. I collaborated with my friend. The vocal part is from my friend. So I suggest you should do with your friend or your classmate. Is better. That's be better than do it by yourself. Because when you sit down, if you don't have any idea, you will stuck in the loop. You are stuck in the circle. If you don't have any inspiration or feelings about music, you are stuck in the loop. But if you have a friend or partner, they will give you a different idea. I think social is important, and don't do it by yourself.
Got it. Thank you for that. So at this point, we've pretty much gotten to the end of Kevin's talk. It was very helpful to see inside your interest area. And I want to go to the audience now and see if anyone has any questions for us. If you have a question, you can type it into the chat. See here, we got one question here. Sue Lizo asks, in addition to Logic Pro, what is the name of another platform used? Thanks. So,
I'll
Kevin, would you
type
like to?
I'll type it. Is Ableton Live and Pro Tools.
Also, there's Reaper. Reaper is a very minimalistic editing console, and they all have their merits. Would you agree with that, Kevin? There's not one that is absolutely superior. They all kind of have good qualities, and then other ones have their own problems. Any other questions? Oh, we got one more. Oh, Suli's. Okay.
So Andy, can you host a meeting because I have a meeting in 6, so I need to leave right now.
Sure. Okay.
All right, thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
thank you,
great day.
Scott. Thank you, Scott.
Okay, so you can share the screen to me. Just close the session out. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure anyone has any other questions here, but there's a couple of things that I would like to add. It comes back to our very original conversation, understanding the relevance. Well, the way I see it is, for a very long time, people like to go see live music and performing arts. It's a good pastime. It's irreplaceable. So there is a demand, but we all hear that it's getting harder in the music industry to be successful because the costs of music production, for example, are going down. It is now possible to develop, record, mix, and master commercial quality music from home. This is a well-known fact. So in this situation, the question of how can we compete and take jobs really becomes a concern. Generally speaking, my observation over the past 20 years is that both teachers and mixing artists and so on make their most income from live sessions, whether that's live studio recordings or performances, such as engineering during performances or performing itself. These tend to bring in more revenue than record contracts or mixing agreements. The situation is always changing, so we don't know what the future is. Maybe there will be more demand for arts and music in the future as things like artificial intelligence replace more jobs. That is, maybe there will be a bigger need for different kinds of performing arts expertise as we spend more energy and time and create more demand for higher quality performance experiences. And we got another question, I believe. Nope, let's see here. Other than that, I think, as I said, it's a very normal thing to take a music or performing arts major in addition to a non-arts major, even something like science related, physics, biochemistry, you name it. The fact is that these, let's say, quote unquote, relatively practical majors are now looking for more well-rounded people. So individuals that can do music and be a doctor, for example, a doctor of medicine. Other than that, I think it comes down to in the time you take your major, when you're in college, the people that you meet, and even more importantly than that, the relationships that you foster and the dynamics you foster with those people and how that plays out a legacy for your work later. Sometimes it's not about the school you went to or the major, but how you studied that major and how you went to that school and how you befriended your classmates and what you did together with your classmates before graduating when you had plenty of time to experiment. So these are things to think about. I appreciate everyone coming today and would like to invite you to keep in touch with us. We have two different ways to do that. One is through the Harmony Plus broader community. You can scan here and join the Harmony Plus Silicon Valley Community 11. If you join this community, you can take part in broader discussions and get information about the webinars that we offer every week, which are different. Or you can join this group, which is a dedicated group with me and Kevin, where we will just continue talking about performing arts majors and music. And if you have specific questions about this career path, this would be a good place to continue that discussion with me and him. We'll be happy to prepare some materials or answer some questions, no matter how specific they might be, with the hope that through collaborative discussion, we can support and improve your understanding of your choices and your potential to apply for this and other types of majors. It's now 6 p.m. Is there any other questions from the audience before we finalize this webinar? Okay, and I'll also offer my email address. It's andy@harmonyplus.org. If you have some other specific questions you'd like to ask, feel free to write me and I'll be sure to promptly reply. Okay, everyone have a great night, Saturday night. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully next time we'll be talking about machine learning next week. All right, thank you so much for coming. We'll talk to you later.